Hello and welcome to the Bunkers Logic tutorial. My name's Johnny. I'm going to be guiding you through this tutorial. What we're going to do today is have a quick overview of Logic, and then in the next tutorials we can really get into the depth of Logic and look at creating some music and how you go about doing that. So what is Logic? Well, it's a digital audio workstation. It's an industry standard one. It's created by Apple, and it allows you to create music and produce music. As I say, today we're going to be going through the basics, so let's get on with it. Let's open up Logic and get going. So, this is what it should look like when you open up Logic. This here is a selection of templates that Logic lets you choose from. We're just going to go with an empty project. This is what you want to click when you start creating any of your masterpieces. So let's click on it. It'll open up this window. This is the arranger window, but first of all it's going to ask you to create some tracks just because you've got to have something open. There's three different types of tracks in Logic. There's audio, software instrument and external MIDI. Now for the purpose of this tutorial I'm just going to select a couple of audio tracks. I'll go into that in more depth in further tutorials. So yeah, this is the arranger window. This is probably when most of your work gets done within Logic. It's really important. This and the mixer window are the two most important things. So we're going to have a quick overview of what everything is, what you're looking at here. The bit in the middle, the key part, is the tracks. This is where your music's going to get recorded to. You can see the two tracks I've created here if we just select different ones. Then on here we've got the four different types of things you can do. So you've got the input monitoring, recording, mute and solo. We'll go into more depth again what they are. I just want to give you a quick overview here. On the bottom left we've got the levels. So this is the level of audio 1. If I select audio 2 you can see the level of audio 2, and then the main output. This is really useful just to keep an eye on what the levels are like coming in. Nothing's clipping or anything like that. Below that we've got the transport bar along the bottom. Now this is your basic play, your pause, your stop and your record. That's your record button, so when you want to record, hit that and you'll start recording. But again, in further tutorials, go into more depth. To the right, this shows you where you're currently selected. So if I select, let's say bar 4, you can just select it to the far that. Well, you can see anywhere that I'm selected bar 4, and then the further denominations below that. To the right of that, we've got the tempo, 120 beats per minute. And then to the right of that again, we've got the time signature that you're in, so 4/4, dead simple. To the right of that, we've got the input-output of the track selected, so currently no input and no output. To the right of that, we've got a few selections here, the key one being the metronome, just selected like that, dead simple. And then above this, we've got the inspector. Now, this is a little bit annoying because it takes up some of your screen, but you can easily take it away like that. But the advantage of it is it's got plenty of shortcuts to get into different parts, different audio that you've recorded and things like that. So it is kind of useful to know about. Yeah, so this is the arranger window, dead simple. Now the other main window you want to look at is the mixer window. Now to get to that, there's two ways really. There's the long way, which is clicking window and going on mixer, which will open it up like that. Or the quick way that you'll need to know about is Command 2, which will open up this. And this is the mixer window, the other key window that you're going to need to know about. Now this looks a lot like a little mixing desk, if you imagine it like a virtual mixing desk. You can see each of your tracks along as you go along that I've created, a couple of audio ones there, and then the output and then the master. Above each track you can see the input you've got and then the stereo output. So the output there, you can change your outputs. Above that is the sends. So if you want to send it to let's say you want to send this track to a reverb little auxiliary track, you can bus it off like that. And then above that, we've got the inserts. Now this is where your effects will go. So you can have your dynamics effects, so you can expander and the compressor and things like that. And then your reverbs are all here. These are really useful and you'll be using them all the time, which we'll go into further in tutorials. But yeah, these are your two main windows. These are the ones you need to know about, your mixer and your arranger window. Now, if you watch the next tutorial, we'll go into setting up a track and what you need to do to get recording. Yeah, thanks very much.